Right.
So my follow-up question on that is, it seems that you're staffing these is the same ratio as you're staffing a regular class.
Yes.
And I don't understand that at all. That it doesn't seem to me that a teacher who is teaching an online class would have the same load as a teacher who is teaching six periods over the course of a week. So maybe that goes to the, what's been learned in experience with online learning, but talk to me about that. Are there no efficiencies with online learning?
It really is, and that's a question nationally. I mean, everybody is there a right number? And really, to ask teachers to have a much larger class load is asking that students not have the personalized attention. Because what an online teacher would do is, like Sue Ann just said, students write their essays, teachers get the essays, they look at them, they comment back to them. Student has a question, 8 o'clock at night. Hopefully by the next morning, the teachers looked at that question, helped them out. For every student that they have, they don't have 30 students just during an hour period during the day. They have them 24/7. And the kids many kids who really love online learning are working 24/7 and can't wait 3 days till there's a 1 hour time block when the teacher would answer. Mm-hmm. So if a teacher's teaching English online and that's their full-time job and they have 180 students, that's a lot of students to personally respond to and check in with every day.
But teachers do that currently in the regular class load, and they have to prepare direct instruction, which online learning takes away that direct instruction, or much of it, some of it. It seems like there would be a compensating change in that. And I don't know what that is.
Right.
But
and I think that's the part that's tricky is, and it may be different for teachers who are doing credit recovery versus teachers who are doing first-time credit in any course or a supplemental course. And so it's something that we would want to study and have principals and teachers who are doing some of this work help contribute to. So. But at this time, we were not prepared to, sort of make any policy about that, and so that's not our role. So,
let me just say that we're already almost 10 minutes over time.
Yeah.
So I think, Matt, did you have one quick question, and then unless there's a big.
I'd like to say something,
Dan. Okay. But we are way over, so just.
I really appreciate seeing the student voice in this, and so a perspective of how students may respond to this, and hearing some other student perspective. I'm also curious about what teachers are saying about this on a national level. Is this something that, they're the professionals in the classrooms, or is this something that they're responding to in a way that they feel like is enhancing their practice? Is it something that is giving them, as you said, giving sort of access where access hasn't been before? So I'm curious about that, and I don't know if you necessarily have that now. Or
in the article that we're going to give you, there's some nice voice, student and teacher voice.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, I was just going to encourage us as a board to do a full work session on online learning. 20 minutes seems not nearly sufficient. And I just wanted to tell two things. One, I was at an Oregon Education Investment Board meet recently, and I walked in, and someone from Hermiston was mentioning that half of their high school courses are now available online. Right before I came here, I picked up on Oregon Live. The Hillsborough School Board is going to meet tomorrow night to discuss naming its future online school. We somehow need to have some extreme urgency around this, because if we don't, we're going to start losing students to other districts that are doing it. And it also has so many opportunities for our kids in terms of credit recovery, enrichment, taking 6, 7, or 8 courses a day. But it also has opportunities for us in terms of attracting back students, homeschool students, private school students, and others, if we can get our head around this. So I would please, please, please encourage us to have more urgency and much more focus on this area, please.
So it's my understanding that our next steps on this have to do with budget. And so when we have our budget discussions, everybody needs to be aware that this is a budget issue, so.
But I think
It's also a budget
we need some more
opportunity.
depth on this before we can have the budget discussion. Because I think there's more to, more understanding that we need to have before we can make the budget trade-offs. And I don't think that this is enough time to do that. And I'm encouraged about the article that you have. It would have been great to have had that ahead of time about, the summary of the national research on this, so that we could have brought that to bear, but maybe we can have more conversation in the future.
Carol, how would you like to get those questions from board members that have them, so that we're ready when it comes to budget time?
I think go ahead and, shoot questions to us. I also will say that, like, looking at the revenue generating picture and the budget picture, you got a lot of that. Like, I would say, spend some time putting your head on that, because there's a threshold at which it starts to become cost effective.
Right.
I mean, there's a part where we're investing, and then there's a moment where it becomes, a potential revenue generator.
But it would be great to have some cost-benefit analysis around that.
Yeah.
I mean, if people could if staff could put some work into that and help. I mean, I saw
You saw
that, but
so-
it's.
okay.
Yeah, but I think for us to have
That's
another,
exciting.
period of time to just talk about what about the virtual school.
And we can put some more time on an agenda for more discussion.
And
Well, we
also
can do it during the budget work
Yeah,
session
but
as
I
well.
would say also send us questions that have been, occurred to you as a result of looking at the materials that you got or the articles that you read, and we'll schedule some more time for conversation as we're
I
moving
would
to
just say,
budget.
we have started a study group with Hillsborough and Beaverton school districts, where the three districts are really putting our heads together and sort of looking at what's working there, what's working here, and also then three of us together are helping to elevate sort of what are the needs in the state, so that the Oregon Virtual School District is responding to what we need and the curriculums that we want collectively. So that's very helpful as well, and should help save us money as well.
Yeah, and are there cost savings by working with the three districts together?
This is very huge step forward.
Yeah, it's great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank
both of
you.
you.